How do you know when to fertilize your seedlings? You may have heard first set of true leaves, second set of true leaves. You may have heard to fertilize when you plant the seed, but I think it's a bit more nuanced than that because it depends on what you're starting your seeds in. Not all seed starting mixes or soil mixes are created equal. Here's what I do. So if I'm using a mix that has nutrition in it, I will wait to fertilize until the plants are much bigger and have probably used a lot of the nutrition that was in the soil. And when I do fertilize, I'm going to choose a low NPK fertilizer. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing when it comes to fertilizing seedlings. For example, I do a lot of my seed starting in this Coco Loco, which has a lot of nutrition in it. So I probably don't need to fertilize as soon as the first or even second set of true leaves. Another soil mixture that I use when I'm starting seeds is this Biovas living soil, and it also has a lot of nutrition in it, so I'm not gonna fertilize my seedlings as soon as I would if I were using something like this seed starting mix, which you can find in a big box store. It's just peat moss, cocoa coir, and vermiculite. So seedlings grown in this would need fertilization sooner. Here's another mix you might find at a big box store, and look closely, it has plant food in it, so it won't need fertilization as soon as that Jiffy mix I just showed you. When I am ready to fertilize my seedlings, like I said, I'm going to use something that's low NPK, like insect frass, which is actually the poop from black soldier fly larvae, also mixed in with their crushed exoskeletons that they shed when they molt. Or you could also use the fish emulsion seaweed mixture, but I have stopped using that because it's quite smelly. Insect frass actually smells like brownie mix. When I fertilize my seedlings, whether I'm using that fish and seaweed emulsion or insect frass, I mix it in one of these repurposed juice containers with water. If you're using the insect frass, the exoskeletons are not going to dissolve in the water and they will collect at the bottom. And that is why I like to use something with an open spout as opposed to small holes like a watering can, because those will get clogged. After I'm done fertilizing my seedlings, I'll take the last little bit of this insect frass tea that has all of this extra good stuff at the bottom that has not dissolved, and I'll pour it in one of my raised beds, I'll pour it in my house plants, I'll pour it on anything that needs a little extra boost.